All right, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic we are going to discuss, it seems Tesla has dropped the price or released more price drops of all vehicles, Model 3 and Model Y specifically, across a bunch of different markets out there. Shout out to Paul Foss for tweeting me and adding me on Twitter to give me all the breaking news on this. And so we're going to go through a bunch of different price drops that Tesla is doing, and it's across a bunch of different markets. And we're going to get into a variety of different topics, including another potential Model 3 refresh spot again. Model Y is now cheaper than the competition, and much more. But before we get into all that, let's usually run the intro really quick. But of course, as you can imagine, we are traveling right now on a different setup, so thanks for joining in. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can get the best Tesla buying guide out there that has links to all the credit unions and banks out there with the lower financing rates. And also ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla if you need help with that. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. But let us get into this. So here is the first tweet that I actually saw. You can see here Tesla, and shout out again to Paul Foss for tweeting me. I usually read all Twitter messages and everything like that. I can't respond to everything, but I usually read a bunch of all the different messages. But Tesla price cuts the Model 3 and Model Y in Singapore between 4.3 and 5%. So as you can imagine, there were a lot of price cuts, a lot from across the world. Here's another one. Tesla price drop on the Model 3 and Model Y in Europe, up to $6,000 less if you buy one today in Denmark, France, the Netherlands, and Norway are included. Great time to buy a Tesla. Of course it is, right? When price drops happen. But shout out to Tesla North. You can see there's a bunch of information all over the place, but here is the one really good resource. You can check out their website, teslanorth.com, and where they basically isolated every single country and every single price drop, global price drop, of course, through all the different markets. So if we scroll down to here, you can see China. Tesla cut the price of all versions of the Model 3 and the Model Y in China by 6% to 13% in January. The prices of the performance and long-range versions of the Model Y were raised in February, and then price of Model Y is still 9% cheaper than and 13% cheaper than before the price cuts. You can see Japan, South Korea, United States, of course. There was just another price cut this past week, but I really feel like there's going to be another price cut in the near future. That's for sure. We've got Germany, France, Singapore, Israel. Like, definitely go check it out. We probably won't go through all these one by one, but there's lots of price cuts across the world if you're looking to buy a Tesla. And then of course, leave it to Troy Tesla. He also isolated out a list. Tesla has changed the price in Europe in some countries. Here are the prices in Germany and France. We got a bunch of decreases across the board for the Model 3 and the Model Y. And so here's another one from Denmark. And so it's pretty interesting, right? Like, I think this tweet pretty much sums it up from what I think Tesla's strategy right now is. When you already give the estimate too high, and you gotta try and meet it. So Tesla's really, since they don't do a lot of advertising, right? They don't do any advertising besides social media. They really only have a handful of strategies in their back pocket on what they can actually do to incentivize sales or push the demand button. And that's really offer any sort of promotions or sort of free supercharging or free option credits or even demo discounts. If you don't know what that is, check out waitingfortesla.com. Shout out to Tesla, or shout out to TJ and the team for building this site. You can see any inventory vehicle on Tesla.com that's for sale. And of course, you can see any of them that have demo discounts as well. You can see, well, look at this one right here. Model Y, long range, all-wheel drive, white, black with white interior, 5 seats with the induction rooms. $2,400 discount. What is going on here? This is kind of out of the norm because this is pretty early in the quarter and we are already seeing $1,000 to $2,000 discounts across the board. There are 26 demo Tesla Model Ys with discounts that in the inventory. So that seems to be pretty high. Jumping to Model 3. Now this is getting me curious. Like, what is going on? Why is there so many demo discounted? Because usually what I think from my point of view, what I usually see is Tesla will discount vehicles in demo status, like a bunch of them, to kind of see, like, test the market to see, you know, will people actually buy these vehicles and how quickly will they buy the vehicles to try and get inventory sold. And so when Tesla does a lot of discounts like that, and it seems pretty high and out of the norm because it's still early in the second quarter, then we can expect some sort of bigger price discount in the near future. So go to waitingfortesla.com, check out the site, check out the inventory. Not sponsored by Waiting for Tesla. Sorted to demo vehicle status and see which of the vehicles down here have any sort of discount. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. I mean, discounts across the board, across the global market. Tesla's got to hit a number, so that is really they're really one of their only strategies in their back pocket. They pass any cost savings down to you and us as a consumer. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. Are you going to be buying a Tesla very soon, or are you going to be waiting just to see what could be happening? I mean, we're going to talk about this in our next topic, but there is a Model 3 refresh that potentially could be on the horizon, right? And that could be very, very soon coming up. So we'll see if it's actually worth it to buy a Tesla Model 3 at the moment. But if you're just joining in, but thanks for watching. We're going to get into our next topic, but before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description, there's a Patreon link where you can support the channel, and there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me, where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources and credit unions and banks that all have interest rates lower than Tesla financing, so definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. All right, thanks for joining in.